New information on the COVID-19 vaccine. UK regulators are now saying people with a significant history of allergic reactions should not receive the new Pfizer-BioNTech vaccine. There's an investigation underway into two adverse reactions that happened since yesterday's rollout of the country's mass vaccination program. Officials say the two people who had bad reactions are recovering well. Breaking news this morning, a Fargo man is in jail after a 4-hour standoff on the city's north side. Police were called just before 6 last night about someone spraying pepper spray and threatening to kill people with a knife. It was happening in the 2500 block of 8th Street North. They say 36-year-old Jeffrey Loris barricaded himself inside his apartment and refused to talk with police. He was arrested right around 10 last night by the Red River SWAT team. Loris is in jail for terrorizing, aggravated assault, and preventing arrest. Breaking out of South Dakota this morning, the U.S. Geological Survey says a 3.2 earthquake hit near the town of Bodles, which is about 60 miles west of Aberdeen. The quake hit just before midnight, but there's no word yet on any injuries or damage. The last earthquake to hit South Dakota was in Walworth County back in November of 1989. New this morning, you had to check this one out just to make sure everyone was safe after a gas pump at a store near the NDSU campus was bumped into. It's now out of commission and needs some serious repairs. It appears someone backed into it early this morning. It happened right around 1 a.m. at the Loaf and Jug on 12th Avenue and North University Drive. No one was hurt and no one was ticketed. It's another pretty nice start to our day, and it sounds like it's going to be a nice afternoon, but change is on the way. Hi, Lisa.
Hi, yeah, we're looking at some returning to that December kind of weather here coming up here instead of this fall-like weather we've been enjoying. It's beautiful out there though this morning. We've got the clear skies. We're about to see that sun come up. Well, it's going to be about an hour from now or so, but we're starting to see that light on the horizon here this morning, and clear skies allowing us that view. It's 28 degrees in Fargo and in Grand Forks, 27 in Fergus Falls, so still below freezing, but not too far off. But we're looking at not too much of a chilly wait out at the bus stop here. We're going to see light wind too, 5 to 15 miles per hour out of the northwest as you step out the door here today for most. So we do have beautiful weather to start. Clear skies. We'll have some sunshine in the morning hours, but you can see there's a bit of a mess going on farther west from us, and that's all part of a system that's going to travel east and potentially have some impacts on our viewers in the Northern Valley later today and tonight. Until then, it's looking like a quiet day with just some increasing clouds as we head further into the daytime hours in the afternoon, especially north where that system will be taking over. So your bus stop planner, again, not too bad waiting out there this morning. We'll be into the upper 20s with some clear skies and light wind. Heading home from school, nice and mild. Again, we're talking upper 40s for Fargo, a high of 47, with some partly cloudy skies coming up for the afternoon hours. Later tonight, again, we're going to see more clouds taking over, and there is that potential. If you are close to the Canadian border, or I would say north of Highway 2, you're going to want to pay closer attention to the radar because that's where we're looking at the greater likelihood for a few areas of snow or a little light mix that could greet you tomorrow morning for tomorrow morning's drive. And that's kind of signaling a change for us as we head into the rest of the week. And the weekend, we just continue to scale back those temperatures until by Saturday, we're in the 20s, some sub-freezing highs, and that stretch now ends, the warmer stretch, and we start to get into some more December-like conditions heading into next week.
It was nice while it lasted. One more day. All right, thank you, Lisa. Should your kids be back in the classroom or learning from home? It's a topic that has passionate parents and students on both sides of the issue. The Fargo School Board is now hearing from both of them. The Valley Today's Brian Sherrod joins us live this morning with the details. Good morning, Brian.
And good morning, Lisa. It continues being an ongoing battle on what parents want to see their students do. You know, with the two different groups, the North Dakota Parents Against Distance Learning is exactly like the name. They just want to prevent distance learning. And it kind of goes with the district's goal of having full in-person learning starting January 19th. So it goes hand in hand together, and we have the reasons why they want to do it that way. Now, the group feels that consistency is good for a student's mental health. It also benefits students with special needs and those that need the school's in-person services to thrive. Another attending group feels this decision is reckless, and that's the Members of CARE, Community Alliance for Responsible Education. Now, they're concerned about the rising COVID-19 rates around the holiday season, saying it could be costly.
Hybrid distance learning, we put disadvantaged children at a very, very much higher rate of issues to do with abuse, domestic violence, hunger.
The levels in our community right now are still extremely high. We have uncontrolled spread, and we have an inability to contact trace.
Now, the instructional plan committee is set to meet again on December 21st, but they could possibly meet again sometime in January, and this is all used to confirm the plans going forward.
Brian Sherrod reporting live for us this morning. Thank you for that update. Fargo School Board members last night also passed a controversial school boundaries proposal, which will take effect for the 2022-2023 school year. Plan A calls for students in an area west of 25th Street and north of 17th Avenue to be assigned to Ben Franklin and north, Olive Kennedy to Carl Ben Eielson and south, and Olive Eagles to Discovery and Davies. School administrators will now come up with a transition plan and will bring it back to the board for consideration. Woodrow Wilson High School in Fargo is being renamed Dakota High School starting next school year. Board members decided to change the name because of the former president's racist history. It was a close vote last night with Dakota High School edging out Central High School. A mascot will be decided later. Charges against a Fargo man who's accused of assault could change depending on whether his alleged victim lives or dies. Cody Plumley is in jail for aggravated domestic assault, burglary, auto theft, and fleeing. Police were called to the 700 block of 26th Street North Monday night and found the victim unconscious with life-threatening injuries. Police have not yet released the victim's name. Porch pirates are out again, and here's one woman who swiped a number of packages from a home last weekend. She was determined to get them all. Ring doorbell video captures her walking up to the door of this home in the Osgood neighborhood. You can see she has so many, she has to put one down, drops another one, but she comes back. 2 of the packages were Christmas presents for the homeowner's kids. The crook even came back later and stole a Christmas decoration off the side of the house. The first Minnesotans to get the new coronavirus vaccine in the initial wave could get their shots as early as Christmas week. Minnesota is expecting nearly 47,000 doses of the Pfizer vaccine next week, followed by 136,000 doses of the Moderna vaccine 2 weeks later. That's more than 183,000 within the next month. Governor Tim Walz says the first doses will go to healthcare personnel and residents of long-term care facilities.
The idea that there would be a vaccine available for widespread distribution that would help us start to break the back of this novel coronavirus and start to move us back to normalcy, that's where we are today. So there's a lot of work to be done. I caution all of us that this is going to take time and patience.
Some state lawmakers want teachers to be included among the first to get vaccinated. They want them to fall in line after healthcare workers and people in high-risk categories, but before the general public. The North Dakota Nurses Association is split on whether or not to take the COVID vaccine when it becomes available. Of the more than 40 comments in the first few hours, the response was about evenly split. Association President Tessa Johnson is in support of the vaccine and says she's hopeful it will protect nurses so they can continue to be there for their patients. People living in a South Fargo neighborhood reached out to our whistleblower hotline to say the park near their homes has been sold. They say the developer plans to put 40 residential lots in its place. And neighbors are mad because that wasn't part of the plan when they bought their homes.
They're basically lied to you because if you went on all the websites, it said it was going to be for park. Home buyers do the due diligence and they still end up in a bad situation.
I would like to see, our city do the right thing by our residents.
The project has been approved by the Planning Commission and now goes on to the full City Commission. Let's get our answer now to our question of the morning on Facebook. 31% of women will wear this during the holidays. What is it? Slippers, no heels when you're at home cooking. Remember, you can play along every weekday morning by heading to our Valley News Live Facebook page. Go ahead and join the conversation. The Today Show and CBS This Morning are just about to start, but the Valley Today rolls on. Join us right now for more live, up-to-the-minute news and weather on the Fargo CW.